Welcome to Serve and Protected. This is your host, Crystal, and I'm here to talk shit as usual. I guess I'm still working on getting the proper medication dosage, um, um, everything together because this is my part two. I guess it's the first broadcast after my medication one. So I'm here with some hybrid stuff, which I keep saying I want sativa. I think that's my preference. Indica is kind of like useless to me. I get a little, feel all right because I'm getting a dose of THC, and it's not meeting the need of what I want. But right now, that's what I have. So today it is Sunday, and it is a Memorial Day weekend, so long weekend, which means all fucking stores are closed tomorrow, and no mail. So anyway, that's not a bad thing. But I've got to get out from in front of this streaming television. I'm loving that primeval, but happiness, I dropped my phone, so it seems as though my Wi-Fi from my phone does not work as well. So this, I guess that at this point there will be no live broadcast. But I am working on people to get some interviews. I'd really like to interview Gene. This is a Vietnam veteran, a war. He was a rescuer of POWs. Amazing person, and very one of the few people in this world I can actually say without question I respect. I respect his opinions. I respect his personality. He's a good man. People have through bad things. He's a good man. Now, to start off, I want to say that I knew one of the bigger problems with the medication issue in my life has been the availability. And I tell you, without a doubt, I have to say that knowing that I can walk into a store and get my medication has made it so much better. Knowing what I'm paying for what. The people they bend over backwards. They're amazing, wonderful people that serve you in there. I got to work with a pharmacist. It's been really good. I knew that was a problem. I knew that was an issue that once solved would make life a lot easier. So now I just have to make sure that I have the cash to be able to buy my medication. Now I'm in the same bracket with, like the older retired folks that are stuck having to buy their medications outright, which I've really always had an issue with. I don't know. I mean, when they think you got some bipolar shit going through your head and they want to pump you full of, Zyprexa and Depakote and all kinds of fucking shit, they will pay for that shit from taxpayers' pockets. So you can get Medicaid to cover any of those psych drugs that you take. Except, to give you a hard time when you're buying, actual ones I would take, like, say, I don't know, Ativan, Xanax, questionable, stuff like this, but I do think people should be able to take OxyContin and Percocet, full strength shit, so they don't, this is ridiculous to say, make people stay in pain. You're creating a world where people are angry and want to go hurt you because they hurt themselves physically. And physical pain, and that's no joke. I've watched grown men cry and from pain. And women just kind of, I watch women struggle through shit and they don't even flinch half the time. So I don't know who's stronger, I don't care. I just know that people should not have to sit in physical pain at all times because someone wants to pump up the opioid addiction side of things where they get monies. I mean, it's all about cash money. And I mean, I know that they will trump up the charges. Yeah, trump up the statistics and state that, if someone has a car accident and they die in that car accident, and in the process of dying, they were given some morphine, they will consider that an opioid-related death and add to the statistics of deaths of opioid-related deaths. So to me, that's stupid. And it's also a way to keep people in pain, which I think is stupid. I think, if you relieve physical pain, if you help people relieve their own emotional pain, I don't know, you would have such a violent society. But I don't know, I don't run the world. And I don't know that I would want that responsibility. Alright, so we are 5 minutes into our broadcast. Nothing interesting to say today. But there is. I've been reading a newspaper, and I actually had, it was cute, there was a little boy that was interviewed, and he said, nothing ever happens in this town. And he's kind of right, but guess what? There was, I'm taking a dump, washing my hands, standing next to an open window, and I feel a thwump. There's the only way you could say a thwump, because it was a pressure movement, And here, less than a mile away, there was 2 houses exploded. We do not know the reason. We don't know, but it's really interesting having the paper. I've read some really interesting things. There is an agency, and I walked by their office, and they have they're doing a thing to help people have affordable places to live, basically, and it's fascinating. Hobart's Run or something like that, because there's some underground water place, whatever, Hobart's Run, and I'd like to really get involved with them and see what they can do. I mean, I don't know. Apparently, they help businesses like mine, charities that want to get things together. Maybe I can go to them with a proposal and get funded to start a place where I can start putting people that are coming out of jail and prison and have nowhere to go. A lot of people their place falls through. And it's awful, you end up with nowhere to go, and then no prospects, no ability to get jobs. And this is why I do what I do. But I'm limited with what I can do as far as it goes. I mean, I don't have a lot of people that are actually taking me up on anything. But that's because I don't really have much to offer. I can direct you in whichever way I can direct you. But as far as wanting to be able to fund certain things, hey, there are people that need to get out of their jail cell, spend a weekend party, and then move on to the next spot they were going to go. And I'd like to be able to do that, and I don't have the money to do that. But I can try to direct you to where the funding is, and get on the side of the people that, say, okay, we'll trust your judgment and grant this person this help. That's where my expertise is right now. But I have people waiting for me back in Reno that want to help jump on this boat and get this stuff going. And it looks like, with a place like here or Reno, where it's pretty well settled, we'll say, where there's not a lot of just raw land, I might have to start with a couple houses. So I'm nervous, but I've got to go in and start with I've been with my bank for, oh my God, so many years that I think they should be able to offer me a good business loan, buy some whatever, and let's just get this started, because I don't know, people need places to go, especially, outside of jail, after jail. It's like AJ, BJ, and AJ. Wow, that's funny. So anyway, I guess I'm going to pause for now, and just get my thoughts back together, because I believe my sugar is low, and I must fix that situation. So I'm thinking about different things. Some of the things, I found a couple of fucking awesome songs. And one of them is called I'm High in Church. I'm High in Church. This song gets stuck in my fucking head. It is so funny. The guy's name, what is it? Moore, his last name is. Anyway, I gotta start being able to, I'm gonna start contacting some of these people. I'd love to be able to just put a song in right here. And that's one of them. That song has been entertaining me since I found it, a week ago. That one and that fucking Pass the Axe song. That's some fucked up shit right there. You gotta love somebody who can write that. But I want to have to get in touch with people. I mean, I'm going to start writing emails to some of these groups and asking, especially that Tom McDonald. My God, that guy is so fucking funny too. And deep and meaningful. I really like that, Maybe the Glorious Sons will give me the fucking permission to play their songs. Who knows? I just know that music has been the biggest part of my life, and given me more validation and just peace. Because I'm grateful to a lot of artists, and I mean trillions. I can't probably name them all. I know one thing: doesn't matter how many people, artists I have on my list, I can't imagine that all of them are represented. Every time I turn around, I find another one that I said, holy fuck, I forgot about this group and loved them at the time. Because I remember, I don't know about everyone, but I remember having, tapes and playing the same tape over and over and over again. Some certain tapes you could play. Some of them you had to fast forward, and that's a pain in the ass. So, you got a phone call coming in, and not one we're sharing. Hey, I hope that, it's so funny that my ringtone I borrowed from my favorite podcast, Hail Satan. Sorry, hopefully Joseph Rose does not mind if I say, hey, listen, I really like that guy's podcast. I'm super proud. I want to help support the man all I can, because I really am grateful to someone who has started to spread the word of some truth in the world instead of all the bullshit that they tell you about Satanism. And I just am starting to realize that maybe I'm just evil. I don't know. I don't have like mad evil thoughts, processes towards people or anything like that. But the wronging that has happened in my world, I wonder if I shouldn't start to feel as though revenge is a necessary thing. And I don't necessarily mean revenge is, I just do the shit that fucking Christians do at you. I'll pray for you, they say. And that's a threat. That means I'm sending bad energy your way. I'm going to put pressure on you to yield to my way of life. And that's truth. And that's what people say when they're saying they're going to pray for you. And so when I say I'm just going to start, throwing bad energy your way, I'm start cursing people is what they would consider it, I imagine. Because I started to realize all the people that stole all my shit, you're playing with cursed objects. And some of them cursed, and some of them just, owned in whatever way I can say it that you might understand, but you won't. Cursed objects. So hopefully all the cursed objects in the people's homes that have stolen them from me is causing the fucking evil shit from hell to pop into their world. Yes, just know. I call at them. When I think of my shit, ooh, people. Have a nice day, right? Anyway, that's some evil shit that I should not probably even voice out loud, right? Wrong. I have the right to do that, I'm pretty sure. And I do kind of fall into a lot of this stuff. I'm very interested in the books. Finding out what caused people to say, hey, I'm Satanist. I would like to get, actually, I'd really love any kind of feedback anyone has. I do actually check my emails these days. And I would say the best one would be to send to manef6ces@gmail.com. Send me any questions. I swear I want to put together an Ask Satan corner, somewhere, so that people can actually come off with these questions that they would actually ask the devil. Because people say all kinds of shit. And when they're faced with what, I believe is the devil, they don't know what to fucking say. So I would say maybe in their quiet moments of their life, anonymously, they can even make up an email address and say, hey, this is a question I always want to know. Because I don't know. I would love to answer questions like that. Ask Satan at manef6ces@gmail.com. And trust and believe. Just put that in the subject and you'll get an answer real quick. Thank you. So I want to recognize some people. One gentleman, this is odd to me, I guess. It's been, the first time, when I'm actually helping someone who is responsive to the help I was giving. And he passed away on me. They said he had an overdose. Who knows? He had some cancer issues. So he had a lot of physical issues that he was, holding off with, believe it or not, methamphetamine. So here, add to my reasons why there's medicinal use for methamphetamine, people. Whether you like it or not, that's what I believe. I believe that all drugs have something to offer. And when you keep them illegal, you put them in a position where they can be altered, tampered with, and, even sometimes substituted for other drugs, which to me is a horrible thought. I've met so many people that have died in so many different